Your vision is your guide. Protect it before it's too late. Good afternoon, dear listeners, and welcome to Eyes on the Road, your go-to show for expert eye health insights. Of course, this show is brought to you by Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Now, it's our month for avoidable blindness, and today we're going to be exploring the types of blindness. The World Health Organization, WHO, says 80% of blindness in Nigeria can be stopped. We've already established that fact last week. So we're going to be understanding it so that we'll be able to fight it and, keep our sight. Of course, my name is Akan Hussein, your host. Welcome. Okay, so a brief look at the traffic situation. Let's see what's happening around the roads. Of course, as the show progresses, we'll be giving you more eye-opening updates. But meanwhile, at this time, around the, let's see, okay, we had that update of a minor accident between a gas tanker and a Toyota Camry car at Civic Center in Inwards Law School. Well, I can tell you that that impediment has been moved off the road, so it is a better one at this time. So if you're headed in that direction, you of course have nothing to worry about. As the show progresses, we'll be giving you more eye-opening, traffic updates to help you navigate properly. All right, at this time, we kicked off the discourse on avoidable blindness. So today, that was last week, and today we'll be breaking this down into the different types, because blindness isn't always total blindness. That's what some people do not understand. Some see a bit, some people see in a very hazy way. Some people can sense light and dark, and others see total blindness. So to help us know the difference, to spot the warning signs, and also, to support each other and generally to save our sight, we'll be, delving into this topic today. Now, of course, we've got the best with us right here in the studio. I'm talking about none other than she's blushing, Dr. Priscilla Imade, regular optometrist, of course, from Modern Eye Care Foundation, situated at Omoli Ojudubaja. She is an advocate for ending avoidable blindness, and she's here to educate us as always. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Akan, my associate optometrist. I like the way you were really explaining the points. You've made my job easier.
Thanks to my producer. Okay, so let's just do a review from last week for those who missed it. Yes. So to put everybody on the same page.
Yes.
What are the main types of blindness, and why does understanding them, matter so much?
Yeah, great. This month we are looking at avoidable blindness. You see, when we talk about avoidable blindness, those two words, they are English words. Avoidable, from the word avoid. Avoid means to prevent.
Yes.
And then when we bring it to the concept of what we are discussing, and then relate it with blindness. Blindness means vision loss, or in more specific terms, we say no light perception. So avoidable blindness in this context means blindness that Nigerians are experiencing, or vision loss that Nigerians are experiencing, which can be prevented, avoided, or is treatable. You see, but because of certain factors which the World Health Organization outlined, as we discussed last week, we found out that 80% of the causes of the vision impairment, of the blindness that Nigerians are experiencing, can be prevented. So why are we now having, this high percentage when it can be prevented? Some of the reasons that were deduced was, number one, poverty; two, lack of awareness; lack of eye care facilities; low dearth of doctors to treat; poor government policies; low budget on eye care and infectious diseases, quite a myriad of them; gender inequality, and so on and so forth.
We also mentioned fear. We mentioned fear too.
Yes.
Fear of the
other cultural factors, yes. So I looked at all those reasons. I know that I will not be able to solve the one of poverty. The one of government policy, I may not be able to do that, or other reasons that they give. But that of providing awareness, educating the people, advocacy, Of course, I can do that. And for over 25 years, I have been doing that actively. That's why I'm your advocate for the eradication of avoidable blindness in Nigeria. So today, well, we give God all the glory. It's my ministry. And my mission is simple: to preserve your sight, to protect your sight, and of course, prevent vision loss from what the World Health Organization said called needless blindness. When you say needless, I saying, why this one happen? It not supposed happen.
You're not supposed blind.
You're not supposed blind. You see, there are some cases that will come to my clinic. I'll almost just be crying. There was a man that came. I asked him, I said, sir, where have you been?
I guess you see a lot of that.
A lot. You said this my book, Glaucoma, The Silent Thief of Sight. It's part of the reasons I wrote it. It's one of the motivating factors that made me to put these patient experiences into a book that at least everybody can pick and read. In this book, there are stories of people who lost their sight needlessly. Why there are people who took proactive actions and they were able to preserve their eyesight. So this afternoon, we are going to look at different types of blindness. And let me also just tell you quickly that one thing as human beings we should understand is this. From the day we are born, as we are advancing, especially when we now cross like 40, whether we like it or not, our vision starts reducing. It's like just saying blindness is up there, we are going to meet it, something like that. Let me put it in that context. I want to explain it in the best of terms that we can understand. So the onus is now on us to remove ladders or lifts that can quickly take us to that place. It's just like as you are advancing in age, your libido will drop. The hair on your head will go from black to white. So many changes in your body. How can the way you used to run when you were 20 years, can you run like that now? Your energy levels will drop. Those are the things. Age and vision, they go in opposite direction. As your age is going up, your vision is coming down. And once your vision is coming down, some forms of vision losses are already happening. So what we have to look at is to find out what are those vision losses that can actually result in blindness that you should avoid. The ones that are physiological, yes, you should be able to maintain and cope with so that you can see very well into old age. So that brings us to types of blindness.
Doctor, let's quickly give listeners the numbers to call. So if you want to contribute or you want to ask the doctor any question, feel free to connect with us. Our phone lines are open right about now. 091 538 77127 091 538 77127. You can also send a message to our WhatsApp line 080 991 20777. We would love to hear from you. Back to you, doctor.
Okay, so let's look at common types of blindness. So there are different ways we can classify, but I just wrote this for the purpose of this lecture so that we can all understand it very well. Complete blindness or total blindness. When we say somebody has total blindness, complete, it means the person cannot see at all. It means the person cannot perceive light. We see by light. It is light that makes us to see. Without light, your eyes will be useless. That's why if you're at home, say for example in Nigeria, when PHCN or NEPA or whatever name now we are calling them, when there is no light, if you open your eyes, you are in your bedroom for instance, you open your eyes, you just see that you are not seeing. But just, strike a ray of matches or just put on your torchlight or your phone light, you discover that you start seeing. So it's light that makes us to see. And when we are carrying out eye examination, is that amount of light that we are actually assess. So if light cannot go through the eye, it means the person is not seeing. So for somebody that have complete blindness or total blindness, we call it no light perception, NLP. So sometimes you see that in your, if for those people who have done eye test, or you maybe you read, you see that sometimes in the record you see NLP. It means no light perception. That means the eye may look normal, everything may look okay, but so long as the person is not perceiving light, it means there is no vision in that eye. Vision is lost. Remember our definition of blindness. We say when the eye cannot carry out its functions effectively or completely or partially. So the second type of blindness is what we call partial blindness. When we say partial blindness, we mean that to some extent, the person can see some things. There are some people, they may be able to see things that are ahead of them, but things that are in their peripheral vision, things that are by their sides, they may not see it. Over the time or over the years, this vision can see gradually just be going down, going down. They may not be able to be seeing things by the side. They'll just look straight ahead and they are able to see. And sometimes this is understandably so, because as human beings, our eyes are in front. Our eyes is not at the back, it's not at the side, it's in front. So when you are looking straight ahead, there is a field of vision, and there is a certain amount of vision that your eyes should capture without you turning your neck to look, and then you are able to see. Now, for some people, that peripheral vision can gradually be going down without them knowing. For some of these people, the danger is that when they are not seeing things by their side, they just turn their head to look at it, and they think they are seeing.
And I remember when you were talking about glaucoma, you said that's the vision that goes first.
Exactly. Glaucoma is the major culprit for this type of blindness, this type of partial blindness, until it becomes a complete form of blindness. So also, some people may be partially blind by seeing things that are by their side. They will not see things that is in their front. So their central vision may be affected. Some of these people may have macular degenerations or some other diseases that could have affected them. So for them to be able to see, you see them tilting
can only see
their
from
head.
The side.
Yes. Have you not seen some people when they want to read, they will tilt their head like this and say, oh, it is when I do my head to a certain angle that I'm able to see. Sometimes you put something in front, you ask some people to read it straight ahead. You see the person bending in the head, looking, yes, trying to look for a point of focus to be able to see. So that's partial loss of vision. Also, for some people, we can also put them in this category. Some people may be able to read what is near them, and they are not able to see what is far from them at all. That's also another class of vision loss, but that most times can be readily corrected with glasses. Some people may also experience what we call night vision. When it's getting dark like this, they will no longer see again. If I had a patient that told me, Dr. Imade, once it's getting to 6 p.m., I start running home because I will no longer be able to drive. Some people have some eye diseases that have limited their vision to just day vision. Some people with diseases like retinitis pigmentosa. I don't want to bore us with all those big names, but just know that some people have issues. They may be blind when it's night. At night, they don't see. They may not be able to see completely, or they see, just partially. But during the day, they do better. So people experience night blindness. Cataract can also cause that. Vitamin A deficiency. Quite a number of diseases can result in that. So another form of blindness that some people experience is what we call color blindness. Akan?
Yes.
What color of dress am I wearing now? Are you sure you are seeing me? Do you know some people cannot identify colors? They will just see red. You say, that is pink.
And that's scary, especially if you're driving.
Exactly.
The traffic lights and all.
Exactly.
Wow.
So some people are color blind. And then we also have another group of people that we call by law. The law has also helped us to define some form of blindness. The one that is defined by law is the one we call legal blindness.
Okay.
So we just look at it. Maybe someone
legal blindness. So you're legally blind.
Law, yes, by law. It's just like if we say somebody must see 6'6". I've told us about visual acuity. We've discussed it on this program, how we assess and measure how somebody is able to see. What you should be able to. You are expected to see at 6 meters. So if there's a reference for people who are legally blind, we say they are 3/60. So once that happens, say this person is legally blind, and sometimes in some climes the government will start supporting them. The person may not be completely blind, but the government will just start put them on support and aid.
Okay, so we have a WhatsApp message. Dr. Imade, well done, ma. Please expatiate more on the NLP aspect. Does it mean the fellow will soon go blind when such is written? Please share for me on the road.
Thank you, Fumi. If you were privileged to see your visual acuity record and NLP is written, that means there is a serious problem. It means your eye cannot perceive light. And if your eye cannot perceive light, it means there is blindness. So you may have to see your optometrist or your ophthalmologist. Let them find out what is causing it. If it's something that can be reversed,
What
it
could cause it?
There are quite a number of cataracts.
Okay.
Can cause it. Glaucoma
And that's
too
reversible.
can cause it.
That's reversible.
Yes, blindness from cataract can be reversed,
Okay.
but blindness from glaucoma cannot be reversed. There are quite so many other factors, problems that can, result in NLP. I pray that none of my listeners should have NLP.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Elder.
Right there, doctor.
Good afternoon, Dr. Wagwade.
Well done. Thanks for the job, well done.
Thank you, sir.
The point I want to raise now is that at night, when you want to sleep, which colors do you recommend that you can put on if there's light? You get what I mean?
Which color of bulb?
A bulb, I mean.
It depends on the doctor. Doctor. Okay, thank you, Elder, for that question. Is that all, sir? Okay, doctor.
Okay, that's
yes.
great. Okay, thank you.
The eye.
Okay, yes.
Doctor,
Affecting
what
the eye.
color?
Thank you.
Is it
Thank
yellow?
you very
Is it
much.
white? Is it red?
Thank
is it
you.
blue?
Well, funny enough, for you to be able to sleep, many have advocated that it's better to sleep in the dark without light at all, so that you sleep. In fact, in the US,
Yes.
I noticed that in many of the government houses or standard houses, many of the places, except maybe the person decides on his own to put light, in the bedrooms there are no lights at all.
But how about for little children who want night
in fact, that one is
lights?
even worse. In the children's room, no light. What they do is in the living room, all televisions to the living room. When you are going to your bedroom, you say you want to sleep, you are going to sleep. So you just go there, lie down, and you sleep. But if you want to use light, generally cool colors are actually better, so that they don't stimulate your cells as you are sleeping. Try as much as possible to use colors that are not harsh on your eye. Maybe like a blue. Or no, red is harsh.
Okay. So
Yellow
blue.
is harsh. Just blue, calm
Because
colors.
I know some people use blue for So, doctor.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Please. Okay, so let's continue with time.
I have another question on WhatsApp. Somebody sent this one. This is from Lege, from Papa Shafa. Color blindness. What if the fellow isn't educated to tell which color is which? Okay. I don't understand this.
When you are not educated, it's different from you saying the wrong thing. What you don't know, you might not be able to see. If you are presented with the color, you might not know. But I will assume that from your nursery, you've been taught colors.
Social interaction.
Yes,
so you should know at least.
You've been taught colors, and at least you should be able to identify them. That's actually not what we are saying. We are not saying not being able to identify colors due to lack of education.
Yes.
We are saying not being able to identify colors due to a visual defect.
So you might even see red and interpret it as ash.
Have you not
something.
seen some people arguing? In fact, in my secondary school, those days, arguing. They say, no, this is blue. The other one say, no, it's purple. And I like the Yoruba tribe a lot. They now came and gave us different grades, shades of purple, shades of blue for Owambe and everything.
Yeah, turquoise.
Exactly. Well, okay, let's go on with our types of blindness. Sudden blindness. Some people can just wake up suddenly, bam, the eye is gone.
What could cause that?
Glaucoma is one.
Not home trouble.
There are other things too. Sometimes when there's maybe high pressure in the eye, occlusion, whether it can be a retinal occlusion or a vein occlusion, it can result in sudden blindness. But whatever it is, it's a medical emergency.
But won't there be
sometimes
any signs?
retinal detachment. You know what I found with Nigerians? Even when they are feeling signs, they don't come home. Is when they can no longer do anything. Hey, I can't. There are some cases I will see. I will feel like bringing out cane to flog the person's bum. I will ask, if I someone, a patient told me, say, I went to the pharmacy, I bought one eye drop, it did not work. I bought another, second one, it did not work. I bought a third one, and then she was coming back all of them to come and show me that, see, I said, okay, instead of, why you were wasting your money on all this, why did you come? So that's just it. So it happens. Some people, they will do home remedy. That's why that my second book, Common Eye Symptoms. because I know that Nigerians, they like home remedy. They like to try things before they will come. I now put home remedies there that if you try this at home, it did not work. After 24, 48 hours, please just be coming to the eye clinic. Yes, and come.
Okay, so doctor, we have a traffic update. Let's quickly touch on this. A lone accident of a Loma compactor truck at hotel bus stop in what is Sherry. La SEMA has been contacted for onward evacuation, and there is a backlog which has gotten to Okofili as we speak. But of course, we have traffic managers, doing their best to manage the traffic situation. Doctor, we have a question on WhatsApp. Kindly explain the implications of one eye pressure higher than the other. That this is from Abosede from Magboro.
Okay.
So the implication, one eye pressure higher than the other.
Abosede, thank you very much. Please, I want you to be an added listener of this program, because some of these questions we have treated them. The two eyes most time may not have exactly the same eye pressure, but there's an allowance, there's a gap that is required, that can be allowed. Maybe 2 to 3 or maximum 5, but even at 5 we are a bit careful, but at least 2 to 3 or max 5 should be the difference. But when the difference between the two eyes is is very wide and consistently so, it means something is going on with that eye. So you may have to do a comprehensive eye examination. And if your clinic is not giving you the right answers, you must also learn to ask questions. If your clinic is not giving you the right answer, seek a second opinion. You can, try another clinic too. And also in eye care, there are different specialties. We have different areas of specialization. So sometimes you may ask for a referral so that you can see a specialist in that area, in that field, and you are properly educated or treated. So please don't wait until things go so bad before you now start looking for what to do. We also have another type of blindness that we call acquired blindness. Some people, their eyes are good. Yes, your eyes are good, though, nothing. Your birth history, genetics, everything is fine. Because of the job some people they are doing, they just leave their eye. Like someone now that have this unequal eye pressure. So, the person may just, okay, I don't care, and just leave it. Over the years, that eye that one pressure is mounting on, before you know it, glaucoma can just be eating up that eye without you knowing. And then by the time you now go to the clinic, it might be something else. And also, diabetes can also make people to have blindness, resulting in diabetic retinopathy. The person, when he was born with the genetics, is not supposed to be blind. Blindness from diabetes can be avoided if, when you are diagnosed of diabetes, you take proper action to take care of your eyes, to do corresponding eye checks, and make sure that you do the right thing as far as eye care is concerned. We can also have what is called functional blindness, cortical blindness. All these may be linked to psychological. Some people psychologically, you just say, oh, no, they are not seeing again. The next day.
But they can see.
So
is it like a mental state?
Yes.
Doctor, I've not heard this one before. I haven't.
So there are different cases. Of course, I think we're discussing off camera some time ago about mental health and eye health, that there's a relationship between the both. So some of these things are coming up again, are manifesting, but predominantly the major types of blindness that are really, really worrisome, there are those type of avoidable blindness caused by cataract, caused by glaucoma, when you allow the glaucoma to become advanced before you start seeking help. Caused by blindness from diabetes, resulting in diabetic retinopathy, blindness from childhood diseases like measles, when right now where there is you can do immunization and blindness can be shifted. There are still some people that don't believe in immunization, so they have children, they just leave the children, and when the under 5 diseases happen, these children are badly affected. So please, we just have to be careful so that we don't fall victims of these different types of blindness. So what should we do quickly? Number one, go for regular eye checkups. There is no substitute to that one. I have been saying it on this program. I will keep saying it. The eye does not see itself. The eye is not like your hand. When you have a cut in your hand, you can decide to just be treating it at home, and when it's healing, you will know that it's healing. The eye is not like that. The part of the eye we see is 1/5. The remaining is 1/6. The remaining 5/6 is embedded in the skull that you cannot see, and that is the one you will check when you go for eye examination. So if you are not checking your eyes, you are doing a big disservice to yourself, and you may fall under that statistics that the World Health Organization released out, that 80% of Nigerians are needlessly going blind. I'm sure you don't want to be counted among that statistics. And then you must control health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure. Eat healthy food rich in vitamin A, leafy greens, fruits, and omega-3s. Protect your eyes with safety goggles and UV sunglasses. In fact, the way our weather is hot now, the way Nigeria is now with the ozone layer depletion, people should be wearing blue cut lenses, transition ARO lenses, not just ordinary lenses. Protect your eyes. And then you must act fast on sudden changes in vision. Don't wait till time matters. Expectant mothers should attend antenatal care and avoid harmful substances. And then, of course, we must support mental health. Stress can impact vision. And then we need to screen children early for inherited or bed-related vision problem. Blindness can come in many forms, so not just only total loss. Some types are preventable or treatable with early action. Regular eye care, nutrition, safety, and awareness are keys to preventing blindness. So don't ignore vision problem. See a qualified eye doctor promptly. Remember, early detection can save sight and change lives.
Early detection can save sight and change lives. What a way to go. Well, we can go on and on, but time is not our friend. A question popped up, but we might not be able to attend to that now, so we would probably just shift it and keep it for our open day. If you missed any part of today's show or previous editions, please just go catch up via our Facebook page, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, or our YouTube channel, that's Traffic Radio 961. Search for the keywords Eyes on the Road. Thank you very much, Dr. Priscilla Imade, for an eye-opening experience, as always, on radio. Of course, Dr. Priscilla Imade, OD, MSc, PhD in Public Health, is a consultant optometrist at Modern Eye Care Foundation and a fellow of both the American Academy of Optometry and the Nigerian Optometrist Association. If you want to reach out to her, you can call 080-3333-6672. That's 080-3333-6672. And the clinic is situated at 16 to 18 Ogunusi Road, opposite Omole Estate, Phase 1, by Akiode Bus Stop, Ojodu Berja, Lagos. On behalf of our production team led by Micah Anrocha, with assistance from Danon Toby, Stella Amadasun, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and not forgetting Favor, I know, Radio Boy, and yes, of course, our executive producer, Tayo Akonle. My name is Akan Usen. Eyes on the road, your safety, our priority. See you next week.